Hello, everybody, and welcome to Narrative. Jamie Dimon has built his reputation on one thing: superior risk management. The fortress balance sheet, the CEO who sees around corners, the oracle of Wall Street, who warns about cockroaches before they emerge. So let's talk about the billion-dollar cockroach he claims he never saw. Senator Ron Wyden just released documents showing that JPMorgan Chase processed $1.1 billion through Jeffrey Epstein's accounts over 15 years. Wire transfers to Russian banks, payments to women in Belarus, Turkmenistan, and Turkey. Cash withdrawals of $300,000 at a single time. Not once, not twice, thousands of transactions that the bank's own compliance officers screamed were suspicious. Here's what we know from Wyden's investigation. In 2006, Mary Callahan Erdos, the CEO of JPMorgan's wealth management division, learned about Epstein's suspicious cash withdrawals and his sex crime charges. She kept him on as a client. In 2011, compliance officers and the bank's general counsel explicitly warned her that Epstein showed signs of money laundering and human trafficking. 2 years later, in 2013, Erdos finally confronted Epstein about the cash transactions. JPMorgan terminated him as a client, and then the bank sat on that decision for 6 years before filing a single suspicious activity report with federal regulators. Federal law requires banks to flag suspicious transactions within 30 to 60 days. JPMorgan waited until 2019 to file reports on 4,700 transactions totaling $1.1 billion. The bank now blames one former executive, Jess Staley, a close friend of Epstein's. They want you to believe that a single employee orchestrated the entire relationship with a sex trafficker whose operation moved more than $1 billion through their systems. But the documents tell a very different story. Internal emails show decisions about Epstein marked pending Dimon review. That's Jamie Dimon, the CEO we've been talking about. Jamie Dimon testified under oath that he never knew Epstein was a client until 2019, yet his general counsel was reviewing Epstein materials for Jamie back in 2008. Either the CEO of America's largest bank didn't know about a client processing $1 billion through accounts flagged thousands of times by his own compliance team, which would make him kind of incompetent, or he knew about those transactions and then lied under oath, which would make him a criminal. And there's more. Both Epstein and Donald Trump were JPMorgan clients during the same period. Trump claims he banked with JPMorgan for 40 years, meaning he was there throughout Epstein's entire 15-year relationship with the bank. When JPMorgan finally cut Epstein in 2013, he landed up at Trump's other bank, Deutsche Bank. Same institution, same division, same management team, systematically overriding compliance warnings for both clients. Deutsche Bank processed another $400 million in Epstein transactions before regulators forced a reckoning. Now, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent sits on the full Epstein file. Thousands of bank records documenting the financial architecture of a sex trafficking operation that spanned continents. The Trump administration won't release those files. They won't even confirm the dates of JPMorgan's suspicious activity reports. If they're not hiding anything, why are they refusing to release all these documents? JPMorgan paid $290 million to Epstein's victims in 2023. Deutsche Bank paid $75 million. No executives lost their jobs, no one went to jail, and the Justice Department shows no interest in investigating whether these banks violated federal anti-money laundering laws. Whether they hand over the documents or not, here's what Jamie Dimon needs to explain. How does the most sophisticated bank in America, run by the smartest risk manager on Wall Street, process $1 billion for a sex trafficker for 15 years, while compliance officers and lawyers scream warnings, and the CEO claims he never knew? Epstein couldn't have operated his criminal enterprise without unfettered access to the global financial system. JPMorgan gave him that access. Deutsche Bank kept it going. Both banks knew. Both chose profit over people. One executive didn't do this alone. A system did. And until someone goes to jail for enabling sex trafficking through the American banking system, Every settlement check is just another line item. Every non-prosecution agreement, just another permission slip. The survivors have paid the price. The banks have paid their way out. And the man who runs the fortress, the one who sees every cockroach coming, wants you to believe he never saw this one at all. That's our special report. I'm Zev Shalev for Narrative.